Hi everybody, and welcome to the 30 Days to a Healthier Life challenge that we're putting on. I'd like to just take a moment to thank everybody for coming out today, either in person or online, and I really appreciate you guys doing this, and we're gonna have a great time tonight. So let's get started. So my name is Jason Dupuis. I've been a personal trainer I'm a personal trainer and a health coach, and I'm the owner and founder of JD Lifestyles. I've been in the fitness industry for 14 years, and so pretty much my job is I kill fat for a living. It's always fun to say that. But anyways, so why are we here tonight? So why can some people tell me why they're here? Yeah, awesome. You know what? You might want to drop some fat. Awesome. Or lose some fat, lose some weight. Anybody else? Yeah, just to get more fit and more trimmed up. That's perfect. That's why we're here. And how about is anybody here just because they want to feel better? Yeah, no, of course. So this is what we're all about here today. So I want you to imagine your life when you've hit those goals. What would you look like? How do you feel? What could you do differently? How do your relationships change? And who could you positively influence? Those are some huge things that, changing our body is great. But what's that going to do? How is that going to change your life? That's why this is so important. So this is all about creating a healthy lifestyle. It's not some kind of crazy diet. It's not anything, that you can't keep on doing. This is something that we're going to be teaching you how to create a healthy lifestyle to keep you fit and healthy throughout your whole life, not just for a certain amount of time, your whole life. But to keep that in mind, it's harder to change things than it is to maintain. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you want to get to where you're going and you want to live a healthier lifestyle, you may have to change some habits that you currently hold that may not be the most positive habits or the most productive habits. We may have to change those. So, what are some attributes of healthy people? Not happy people, healthy people. Okay, and healthy as a whole concept, as body, mind, and spirit. They're goal focused. They're active in what they love, and they have positive relationships. If you can think of the happiest times that you can remember, or the most productive times that you remember, I'm sure it was because you're focused on a goal, or you're doing something that you love doing, or that you're around people that you love. Those are all attributes of healthy people, healthy as a whole, not just on the physical sense, but everything. Okay? And so we want to take those attributes and create a lifestyle that you can live in that positivity the whole time. So this is my little change equation. So your factor of change times 2, because what you change is more important than the time that you put into it. So the factor of change times 2 times time equals your results. So yes, it's going to take time, and the more change that you make, the more results that you're going to get relative to the time. So if you're like, you know what, I want to get into the best shape possible, I want to get 6% body fat, and I want to be super healthy and super lean and super strong, and I want to change my life so that I can have a lifestyle to promote that, then you're going to get great results, especially in the short term. Well, throughout the whole time, but you can get the results in a shorter amount of time. Whereas if you say, you know what, I want to get in great shape, but maybe I don't necessarily want to change a whole lot of what I'm doing, well, that can still work, but it'll just take longer amounts of time. So this is where we have to get honest here. What is your expectation? What is your goal? Okay? So if your goal is to get in the best shape possible and to feel as good as you possibly can, that's awesome. But let's look at your priorities. If your priorities are to watch TV at night and it's not congruent with your goal, well, we have to look at your priorities. Okay, so let's be honest. On a scale from 1 to 10, how badly do you want to get to your goal? 1 being is like, meh, I kind of want to get there. Maybe I'll get around to it. 10 is, yes, I'll do anything. So if you're at 10, that means maybe you have to change some of your lifestyle habits. And the farther that you go down the scale, the less lifestyle habits that you're going to change, but it might not happen as quickly as you'd like. So let's just keep it honest here and say if you're going to change a lot, you're going to get great results. And you're probably going to feel great. And then it's easier to maintain it than it is to get there. But I love this quote. I just woke up one day and decided I didn't want to feel like this anymore, or ever again, so I changed. I had lots of excuses for not being able to change, but at the end of the day, they were excuses. Being able to change starts with your decision to change, and you're here, you've decided that you want to change something in your life, you're here, so thank you for making that a decision and being here to get more information. I really appreciate that because you've made the first step. So what is your plan? Hey, some people think they have a plan. They're like, you know what, I'm going to join the gym. Awesome. So what are you going to do at the gym? Well, I'm not sure. I might do some classes here. I might do some classes there. Well, what's your goal? Well, I want to drop some weight or whatever it is. So let's look at what your goal is. And let's make a plan according to a real plan according to what your goal is. And how quickly you want to get there, how much that you want to change. If you're like, I want to become a fitness athlete and I want to be in stage in 6 months or a year. Okay, great. But then you're gonna probably have to change a lot. Change a lot of your eating habits, change a lot of your workout habits, change a lot of everything. Okay? So what is your plan? Do you have a nutrition plan? Not necessarily a diet, but a healthy nutrition plan that you can do to get to where you want to go and then stay there. Okay. So we're going to be talking about tonight a plan. We are going to make a plan for you. Well, maybe the start of a plan. Okay, we can't make a plan for you, but we can get you the ideas to make a plan. So a couple things that we're going to be talking about is nutrition and exercise and staying mobile, staying positive, supporting your microbiome, and staying clean. Not hygienic clean. We're all good at doing that. Okay, but staying clean on the inside, making sure our body can work properly without being bogged down. So we're going to start off with exercise. So why do we need to exercise? Okay, it obviously keeps muscles and joints and bones strong. As you age, you start to lose bone density and start to lose muscle mass, starting around age 30. Okay, so it's super important to obviously have a good base, but even if you're past that, okay, even if you're past the 30-year mark where you generally start to lose your muscle mass and lose your bone density, you can start to rebuild it again with proper exercise. Okay? We're going to build the muscle on your body, not to become big and bulky and huge, unless that's your goal, of course, but more to be able to live a healthier lifestyle and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Okay? The more muscle on your body, generally the healthier that you're going to be. And obviously, exercise keeps your heart and your lungs healthy, and it helps create and balance your hormones. Okay, so these are all super important things. So who's ever done a workout when before the workout they were like, you know what, I don't want to do this. This is, I don't want to do this. It's going to be a terrible workout, blah, blah, blah. But then by the end, you're like, wow, I feel so good now. I get clients all the time who tell me that, who say, Jason, you know what, I didn't want to come in and work out today, but I did, and now I feel great. I feel so energized. Yeah, because it produces good hormones, okay, good brain chemicals to make you feel good. That's what exercise does. Okay, and not to mention battle stress, right? Staying mobile is huge. Having the mobility is huge. So flexibility versus mobility. Flexibility is, say, for example, being able to do the splits. Which, okay, sure, if you can do that, great. But mobility is being able to move without the risk of hurting yourself. So we're going to be talking about having a decreased risk of injury by being mobile. Being able to move around in every day. So being able to pick up groceries off the floor. Excuse me. To pick up groceries off the floor and not worry about hurting yourself. Being able to go outside and shovel the driveway or a garden and not worry about throwing up at your back. Being able to play with your kids and wrestle with your kids on the floor, or even your grandkids on the floor, and not have to worry about hurting yourself. That's what staying mobile means. Being able to, or in the extreme case, being able to squat down on the toilet, to sit down on the toilet when you're like 90 years old and not need help. That's what staying mobile means. Okay? Having a positive mindset. Okay, having a positive mindset is huge. And it takes practice to get there. But we want to create a healthy social environment. Okay, be around happy, positive people. Okay, because you reflect the 5 people that you hang around with most. And if you hang around with negative people, you're probably going to be a negative person. If you're hanging around with positive people, you're probably going to start to get more positive. And having positivity in your life is huge because there's a brain-body connection. Okay, the hormones that you produce from being in a positive social environment is incredible. Humans are social animals. But not only that, having inner peace, being able to be at peace with yourself, being happy with yourself, focusing on positive things, and forgiving people, not for them, but for you, to let it go. Because why do you want to hold on to those negative feelings? Right? So let's start that. Now, here's where we're gonna have some fun here. Keeping your body clean. Okay, I think we can all agree that we live in a toxic environment. We can see it in the air on hot, smoggy days. We know that our produce is sprayed with pesticides and different chemicals, and our meats are processed with hormones and different antibiotics, stuff like this. So we live in a toxic environment. Our cleaning products at our home, or in our home, can be very toxic. All the flame retardant materials, that off gas in our houses, all those are toxic chemicals that we breathe in. And there's hundreds of thousands of chemicals that have been commercially or industrially produced, and we only know about what 10,000 of them do on the body in the short term, nothing in the long term. But here's what our body does. It takes a toxin that it can't metabolize. So your liver takes a toxin that it can't metabolize and sticks it in a fat cell to keep the toxin out of our body. Now, having more and more toxins in us means that we have more and more fat cells in us, especially the dangerous fat, the visceral fat, which is the fat around our organs, or which can put pressure on our organs, which is very dangerous. This can cause inflammation and pH levels to get imbalanced. So what a normal diet does is you shed the body fat. All those toxins that's were encapsulated in the body fat is now back in the body, and they're swirling around again. So then your body re-encapsulates them in fat to protect itself from all the toxins. So you've gone to a larger mass with a larger area or volume for all the toxins to a condensed area with all the toxins in it. And so you're going to rebuild and rebound, and your body's going to want to encapsulate those toxins in fat, so it's going to put fat back on. Whereas if we're going to keep our body clean and cleanse it of the toxins through, which we will get a little bit more into later on, your body releases those toxins. It metabolizes those toxins to get out of your body, so that you don't want to. Excuse me. So your body doesn't want to re-encapsulate it in fat because there's nothing there to re-encapsulate it with. So it doesn't need the fat anymore, so it burns it away. Very, very cool. And then we can maintain a clean body so we don't get back up to that point. Another thing that we're going to be talking about is our microbiome. Who knows what our microbiome is? Well, I'll give you a hint. It outnumbers our very cells 10 to 50 times to 1 of our human cells. It's our bacteria in us and around us, on us. Okay? There's hundreds of trillions of bacteria growing in us and on us. And the ones that in us, especially in our gut, those are the ones that can either help us or hurt us the most. Okay, they can help us digest food. Okay, and there's different bacteria that digest different foods, and it directly affects our whole body. So let's take example. I'm sure that you have all heard of yeast or candida in infections, and that's from an overgrowth of the yeast or candida in our gut, and they thrive on sugar. So if you eat a sugary diet, these bacteria, this harmful bacteria is going to start to grow more and more and more, and then your good bacteria won't be able to digest, to help you digest your food as easily. So you won't be getting the nutrients from your food, and the bad bacteria is going to keep on growing and growing and growing. And they actually cause your body to crave more sugars. These bacteria create a zombie out of you to eat sugars. Okay? So we need to be able to combat and promote good bacteria, promote good gut flora, and help to control the not so good ones. The last thing is nutrition. Nutrition is everything. 80% of getting in shape, whether it's good shape or bad shape, is what you put into your body. We are what we eat. What we eat goes into our mouths, our body digests this, our microbiome helps to break it down. We digest everything, it gets absorbed into our body, the nutrients gets absorbed into our body. And so you get to choose every day what your body is made out of. Is it made out of, fast food burgers and processed foods, or are you nurturing it and letting it grow and excel with good foods? And nutrition directly affects every other topic we've discussed thus far. It affects how good or how efficiently you can exercise, how efficiently you recover from exercise. It directly affects your mobility. Okay? If you're inflamed because you're eating not great foods, you won't be as mobile. Okay? Your bones and your joints won't be as strong. It affects our mental, our mood. Okay? Your body can only create good hormones with good foods. So if you're not eating good foods, your body won't be producing the proper hormones. And if we're eating toxic food, then we're obviously going to be having more toxins in our body that will cause inflammation or bacterial infections, yeast and candida growth or other types of flora growth, bad flora growth. Okay, so we have to control what we put into our body. So what if there was a program that could easily address all these areas of your health? Now, I've been on a program for the past 10 years that I've found, and trust me, I was a world-class athlete. I was first in kickboxing in the nation. I had the national title 5 times for kickboxing. I competed at the World Championships, and I won a bronze medal at the World Championships in full contact kickboxing. So there's, what I put into my body, I take very seriously, and not only into my body, but my family's bodies as well. My children, who are young children, 10 months old and 2 years old, it's very important that they get good nutrition. My wife, we put good nutrition into her body as well. So make sure that I'm very careful about what we put into our body. So there's a disclaimer here, of course, because these products, Isagenix is not meant to cure, diagnose, or treat or prevent any disease. It's food that you eat. It's not a medicine. It's food. But saying that, there was a study that Isagenix did that was performed by the University of Illinois at Chicago, where subjects lost an average of 9 pounds with an average of 2 pounds with an average of 2 pounds loss of visceral fat, the dangerous fat around your organs, after 30 days on an Isagenix program. The subjects also had a greater level of adherence and had more consistent weight loss from week to week compared to the subjects on a traditional diet. And we will get more into that later on. But now let's jump into some of the products I use and some of the products some of their pillar products that they have. So the first one is our Isoline shake. This shake it's a superfood, and it's filling, it's convenient, it's fast, it's delicious, and it's cheap. Okay, it's $3 or $4 a shake, so it works out awesome. But just the amount of nutrition that you get in it, can you get all of this nutrition in a meal without having to do a lot of prep and time? Okay. Probably not. There's probiotics in it. There's calcium. There's selenium. There's magnesium. So you can, there's tons of things. And this is just a few things I could fit on the slide. I didn't want to put a whole ton on the slide to overwhelm you, but this is just some of the things. Okay, 24 grams of carbs. 24 grams of carbs. There's also fats in it as well. There's sugars in it. There's protein in it because it is a meal replacement. Okay, but everything in these shakes are natural. There's no artificial anything in them. That's why I like Isagenix products, because there's no artificial anything in any of their products, and everything is in it for a specific purpose. Okay. So the next product is called Cleanse for Life. This is our herbal tea. Okay, and it's to help your body promote. It's helping to promote the detoxification process naturally. Supports the liver and the immune system and cellular health. Okay, so this is absolutely amazing, because do you remember those toxins I was telling you about that your body cannot metabolize? This product can help your body to start to metabolize them so that they can get out of your body. So that your body can naturally release them. Okay, so it's very awesome. And I've heard a lot of people say, yeah, I've done a cleanse, and they tell me about their cleanse. It's not a very pleasant cleanse. It's maybe like a colon cleanse or something like that, when they're flushing everything out of their body through solid waste. People call that a poopy cleanse. This is not a poopy cleanse. Okay, we are targeting the toxins in your cells, which your liver and your urinary system get rid of, so it doesn't come out the other way. This is actually, when people are cleansing, they actually find that they have a lot of energy and they feel so good, especially the day after. But on that day too, there's lots of great, and it tastes good. So this is absolutely amazing. Now, the next one is Ionic Supreme. This is the answer to stress. So who has stress in their lives? If you say that you don't, you're wrong, because everybody has stress in their life. Okay? Everybody works or has, they work, or, there's finance stress, there's spiritual stress, there's mental stress, there's physical stress. We all have stress in our lives, and stress in the short term is good, because that's how our body grows. But when we're chronically stressed out, we chronically have cortisol in the body, and again, Cortisol is a human stress hormone that gets pumped into your body. Same with adrenaline. Okay, and when these things get put into your body in the short term, it's good because it helps our body get through that stress. But when it's chronically stressed out and we chronically have cortisol and adrenaline in the body, that's when problems start to happen in the body. It starts to get very acidic, and things start to fall apart. Okay, so Ionix is full of adaptogens, and adaptogens have been studied since the 60s on their abilities to help your body deal with stress. So this, you would have a tea every day, just a tea out of it every day, or cold. Like same with the cleanse, you can have it warm or cool. And same thing with here, that you can have it warm or cool every day. And this helps your body deal with everyday stresses. Or if you're just coming out of a gym, have it right after the gym, and that helps your body deal with the stress of the workout that you just put it through. So that's awesome. Amazing product. Now the next one is our multivitamin pack called Ageless Essentials. Now this pack, as you can see on the screen, there's an AM pack and a PM pack. They come in great, convenient, small packages that come with your multivitamin and your omegas, as well as your vitamin C, coenzyme Q10, and a super antioxidant called isogenesis. And all this stuff, all this nutrition is packed into there. And this costs about $4 a day. So if you totaled up all the nutrition in there, it would equal up to about $550 a day. Okay, there's a lot of things in there. Okay, so there's enough copper in one of these, for instance, to equal 2.5 cups of sun-dried tomatoes. Enough coenzyme Q10 and vitamin B12 to equal 10 pounds of lean beef. Okay, there's a whole bunch of great things there. Now you'll see a whole bunch of wine bottles around there. So do you guys know what the healthy ingredient or what the healthy nutrient in red wine is? Yeah, no, exactly. It's resveratrol. So that's great. Now in red wine, there is a resveratrol. There's not a ton of it, so this is not your license to go out and drink red wine, cups and cups and cups of red wine to get your resveratrol. Okay, because in one pack, in one AM/PM pack, there's 250 glasses worth of resveratrol of red wine, or in red wine. Okay, so that's, there is a resveratrol in red wine, but maybe not a ton. And coenzyme Q10 is super important as well. All these things, like, it's amazing what the nutrition that they can pack into here. Plus all the omegas too, all your omega fatty acids. Now there's other products as well, and the next product is the Isotonics Amped line. Now this Amped line is a new product line that they just came out with, which is absolutely amazing. It's for athletes or people who go to the gym. Okay, there's pre-workout products, during workout products, and post-workout products, and all these products again are all natural. There's nothing artificial in them at all, and everything in them is in it for a specific purpose. So the NOx, that's a pre-workout that's geared more toward people who are doing endurance races or endurance training. Okay, so it actually full of beetroot juice and celery and celery juice and different vegetables like that, because there's nitrates in those plants. And beetroot, if you know the past Summer Olympics, it was called the Beetroot Juice Olympics, because so many of the athletes were taking beetroot juice to improve their performance. We have right here beetroot juice, as well as other vegetables that have nitrates in them, that when you ingest them, they turn into nitrites, which actually open up your blood vessels, allowing more blood to get to your muscles. It's not a crazy pre-workout full of caffeine that makes you have the jitters. It just lets your body naturally do what it's supposed to do. Okay, there's also a pre-workout more geared toward power and sprinting workouts, power workouts or weight training workouts and sprinting workouts, where it's called amped power. And this is a combination of creatine and nitroglycine, which allows your muscles to work more efficiently. Again, it's not a crazy pre-workout where you're shaking because your heart rate is going 1,000 miles a minute. It just allows your body to work more efficiently. There's the during workout products, which is the amped fuel, which is for endurance athletes who say you're training for an hour or an hour and a half or more. So this is geared toward more like like 10-kilometer runs or longer or something to that extent, where you're running and you're active for a long period of time. This is going to help fuel your body during that time. And there's also amped hydrate, which helps hydrate your body with B vitamins and electrolytes. So it's a sport drink minus all the sugars and artificial stuff in it. And then there's amped recover, which is branched chain amino acids, which helps with the your recovery of the workout and muscle growth. So these products are great for athletes, any type of athlete, from you're a world-class athlete to whatever, just a fitness a fitness competitor or whatever it is, to people who just hit the gym 2 or 3 times a week. It's going to help you get more bang for your workout. There's tons of other products as well. There's all-natural skincare lines. There is the joint and pain relief. There's energy products. There's an all-natural, organic, low acidic coffee that's infused with coconut oil and green tea extract, as well as minerals, trace minerals. There's E+, which is great. It's an all-natural energy shot. It's like a 5-hour energy shot, but just smooth energy, not a jittery energy. Okay, I've taken them before big exams and big interviews for big projects because I knew that it would focus me and I can have mental clarity. Bring in sleep support stuff as well as snacks and many meals. There's meal replacement bars. There's these cookies called Slim Cakes. Who likes chocolate? Yeah, there's a few people out there who like chocolate. They have a milk chocolate, a dark chocolate, a sea salt caramel chocolate, as well as a mint dark chocolate. And these chocolates were actually were engineered by a natural pain management doctor in Toronto. And he's infused them with a whole bunch of different antioxidants and feel-good hormones that when you have them, it boosts your mood. Okay, and only the amount of calories as a quarter of an apple. So they're awesome. They're great treats. They're great ways to treat yourself, especially if you're a chocolate lover. But what I love about Xgenix products is that the integrity of their products. Okay, they invest in testing of their raw materials in their finished goods as well as third-party testing. Okay, we will be getting more into that a little bit more later on. But that's why I love this, because I don't put anything into my body. Like, I don't even drink alcohol because I know that it doesn't affect my body right. Okay, it has negative effects on my body. And I don't eat a lot of things because I know that if I eat them, it doesn't make me, or they make me feel not good. So I don't eat them. But that's why I love these products, because they make me feel good. I know they're natural, and so I even give them to my family. So let's get into some of the different programs that they have. Now, this May 30-day program or this May challenge is all about cleansing. So whether you want to lose weight, drop body fat, or gain muscle mass, cleansing programs are going to help you. There's a value pack that has everything that you need. It comes with your meals, your snacks, and your multivitamins. That's everything that you would need for your cleansing program, and you're actually replacing 2 meals a day with these cleansing programs. But with the value pack, you're also getting all of your snacks included as well. It comes with those chocolates that I was telling you about, the isolates, as well as bars, and the multivitamin pack that you get all the nutrition, like we showed you a couple slides ago. And then there's a starter pack, that has just the basics for for your cleansing program, where you're replacing 2 meals a day, but doesn't include any snacks. Now, going on from there, let's talk about some of the science behind this program. So Isagenix, as I was telling you, did a study. The University of Illinois did a study on Isagenix. It was Isagenix versus a heart healthy diet from the United States. Now, the results here are amazing. So the average weight loss from it is 56% more weight loss with Isagenix, 47% more fat loss with Isagenix. But the important thing here is there's twice as much visceral fat loss with Isagenix. And if you remember, visceral fat is a dangerous fat around your organs, and that can put pressure on your organs. And that's the dangerous fat, and it has twice as much visceral fat loss. And 35% greater reduction in biological oxidative measurements. So that pretty much means that there's not as much of an oxidation process going in your body, which is a good thing because oxidation can produce antioxidants, which can harm cells. Okay, it can help get rid of toxins as well. But what's awesome, though, is that there's been greater adherence. So the people that were on this study said that there's greater adherence with the Isagenix program because it was so easy to follow, and it's easier and it was more convenient than the heart healthy diet. So it tastes good, it's convenient, and there's greater adherence. That makes up for a winning team in my mind. So if you want more about the scientific studies of Isagenix and on Isagenix, go to isagenixhealth.net and you'll find all these studies online there, as well as all their other scientific research and a whole bunch of other health tips as well. So make sure you check that out. So our athletic program. So again, there's 2 different types of programs. Well, there's more, but these are the 2 ones that we're going to be talking about. Our performance pack, our performance value pack, and our starter pack. Okay, so the starter pack has enough shake to do 1 shake a day as a meal replacement, or as in addition to your meal. So depending on what your goal is with your athletics or with your fitness, depending on what your goal is, you would have it as a meal replacement or in addition to. But then it also comes with the whole amped line, as well as the Ionics, which, if you remember, is the anti-stress tea, if you want to call it that, and the E+, which is the energy shot. Now, the performance value pack comes with not only enough shake to do 1 shake a day as a meal replacement, or in addition to your regular meals, but it also comes with ISA Pro. Okay, which is just straight whey protein. Okay, and again, it comes with all the amp line, the vitamins. It also comes with a blender and shaker bottles, Ionics, E+ shots as well. It's a great program. Now, this is the healthy aging or the maintenance programs, because again, this first month is just the starting of your cycle, it is starting of your new lifestyle. So what do you do afterwards? Well, you can go into an athletic program if you want to do it, or you can stay on a weight loss program if you haven't met your goal yet, or you can transition to a maintenance program. So healthy aging and telomere support program. So do you guys know what a telomere is? Okay, so I'll explain it very quickly because it's not very many people know about it unless you're into cells and DNA and stuff like that. So picture your DNA as a shoelace. At the end of those shoelace, there's those plastic caps. Those plastic caps are called eaglets, and what those plastic caps do is they protect your shoelace from straying, right? So a telomere is that plastic cap on your DNA, and every time your cell duplicates, it shortens a tiny bit, a tiny bit, a tiny bit, a tiny bit, a tiny bit. Okay, and there's products, the Isagenesis, which is in the vitamin pack, actually helps to slow that process down. And so once the telomeres are shortened all the way down, then your DNA can get damaged. Okay, and that's when bad things can start to happen. Different diseases you have more susceptibility. susceptibility to different diseases and different things like that. So that's the telomere, the healthy aging and telomere support value pack. Comes again with enough shake, do one shake a day, plus your vitamin pack, plus more Isagenesis on top of that. Comes with your Ionic Supreme VD, the stress tea, the e-shots, the cleanse, bars, your chocolates again, as well as it comes with tea, the Isagenex tea called Tea Plus Chai, which again is full of adaptogens, which helps your body deal with stress. And then there's a healthy aging starter pack, which comes with the 4 pillars of Isagenex. Their Aegis Essentials, their shakes, and their cleanse and ionics. So there's lots of different programs, and these are just 6 of the different programs that Isagenex has, and there's a lot more that we can gear toward your different goals. But there's no compromise products. So Isagenex has no compromise products, and they have a great guarantee on a satisfaction guarantee as well. So what does no compromise mean? Well, I'll tell you. John Anderson, who is the founder of Isagenex, he used to work as a formulator for hundreds of different nutrition companies. He's made thousands of different products, and he's known in the nutrition world as the mineral man because he knows how important that minerals are. But what he hated about his job was that he would make these fantastic products, he'd present them to the company said, great, that's an awesome product, I love what it does, now let's make it cheaper. Let's put in some fillers and some artificial stuff so that we can make it for cheaper so we can sell it for more of a profit. John finally got tired of that and retired. And then he made Isagenex so that he can make the products his way, all natural with no compromise ingredients. So only the best ingredients. So how do they do that? Well, like I was saying, they test their raw ingredients to make sure that it is what it says it is. The potency is what the supplier says it is. And then they test their finished products to make sure that it has in it what they said it has in it. But then then they get third-party tests done to make sure that what they say in the product is actually in the product. But beyond all that, they actually do audits of all their suppliers to make sure that what they're saying is in the product and how they say that they produce a product is actually how they say they produce their product. For example, their whey protein only comes from New Zealand. Now, why is that important? Because in New Zealand, it's illegal to use antibiotic steroids or hormones on their cattle. They have to be pasture-fed. They're only milked in season, so which means that they're not pumped full of hormones to keep them lactating all the time. And they don't have to pasteurize their product in New Zealand, which is good because when you pasteurize things, when you use a high heat process, it kills a lot of the nutrition in it. So Isagenex uses a cold process to process their whey. So it's still completely safe because they make sure they test to make sure it's still completely safe. But they don't have to kill a lot of the nutrition in it by pasteurizing it. And what's awesome is that they're so confident in their products. I'm so confident in their products that there's a 100% satisfaction guarantee for 30 days. So you can use a product for 30 days, and on the 30th day, you can be like, you know what? I don't like these products. I've used everything, but I don't like these products. I'm going to ship it back and get all my cash back, and they will do that. So it's amazing because they know that the vast, huge majority will not do that because the products work. And I know they work because they're a $4 billion company. They've made over $4 billion, and that wouldn't happen if the products didn't work. Another cute disclaimer here, Isagenex can result in side effects to your health, including safe, rapid release of pounds and inches while building lean muscle mass. Fat loss may be permanent and could eventually lead to a new wardrobe. Noticeable increase in energy, healthier and more vibrant skin, and being able to say, I feel better than I have in years, and actually mean it. So how do you enroll in Isagenix? How do we enroll in this whole 30-day program, this 30-day lifestyle, this new lifestyle? Well, with Isagenix, it's only available through distributors. It's not available in stores. So talk to whoever introduced you to Isagenix or to invited you here, and they can get you going, and they can get you on. Now, how do you buy it? Well, you can purchase it retail or wholesale or rewards pricing. Now, think of Isagenix as Costco for superfoods. Actually, it's better than Costco, because at Costco you cannot choose to buy things at a retail price. You have to buy things at a wholesale price. So you have to buy their membership. With Isagenix, you don't have to. You can buy it retail. But it makes more sense, even if you're just going to buy it once, to get the membership, because the membership plus your product, plus your package, is still going to equal less than the retail price. So you buy the membership for $39 and you get wholesale prices. Or you can buy a membership for $29 and get the rewards pricing, which is lower than wholesale pricing, which is absolutely awesome. So you actually pay less for your membership and get lower prices on your product. Okay? And there's also rebates available as well. So if you refer 2 people to Isagenix within the same week, you receive approximately half your cash back. So if you refer 4 people, you get approximately your whole product paid for. But what gets fun is that with Isagenix, unlike at Costco, so if Costco did this, people would buy at Costco all the time. If Costco said, you know what, we're going to give you 6% of everybody that you refer to us on anything they buy for the rest of your time that they're in Isagenix and that you're in Isagenix, would you refer people to get 6%? Of course. Okay, that's what Isagenix does, is they give you 6% of anybody that you refer to Isagenix. Now, what if Costco said, you know what, we're going to give you a 6% of not only the people that you refer, but the people that they refer and they refer and they refer and they refer onto infinity. You'd be spreading the word about Costco all over the place. Isagenix does that. Okay? They do that. They will reward you for helping share. They will give you rebates for helping them share Isagenix, because that's how they get their word out. Like me, I'm a personal trainer. I grow my business through word of mouth. If you go to a good restaurant, you tell people about your great experience at this restaurant. It's what we do. And Isagenix knows that, so they just reward us for doing what humans do naturally, which is share good experiences. Okay, so you can actually get your products paid for from Isagenix by referring people, or half paid for. Okay, you have the choice of what you want to do to getting the rebates. Now, do you mind if I share my story? So, my story with Isagenix is that I started Isagenix 10 years ago, and I started because I saw what it did to my mom. And she was doing Isagenix, and in her first program, she lost about 8 pounds and 13 inches, which was great of results. And I was like, wow, like as a trainer, that's awesome. But what impressed me more was that before, she was a little bit burnt out and she didn't have a ton of energy. But after these products, her energy started to come back, and I haven't seen her with that much energy since I was a kid. And it was amazing. Like, wow, where did you come from? Like, where did this come from? It's amazing. So before I refer to my clients, I always test things on myself first, because I'm never going to tell anybody to do something that I have not done. So I tried it on myself, and this was right before the national championships in kickboxing. And like every smart athlete, I changed my nutrition plan right before the national championships, which most people wouldn't do, but because it was working, and I was in good shape. but I dropped enough weight to drop a weight class in a combat sport. That's huge. But what impressed me most was that I didn't lose my strength or my endurance. I dropped weight but didn't lose my strength or my endurance. And when you drop weight as an athlete, especially quickly, you generally lose your strength and your endurance. I didn't. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I started to refer it to my clients. And I started to get the rebates and cash back from Isagenix. Perfect, great. Now the next year I wanted to see this is great for weight loss. So what can it do for athleticism? And this was before they had the AMP line, because the AMP line just came out last year, or this year actually. I'm sorry, it came out this year. So I changed how I was taking the product, changed my workout, changed my nutrition plan, and I was able to put on 10 pounds of muscle over a significant or over a short amount of time. And I was able to cut down the inflammation. I didn't look like puffy anymore. That picture that you saw of me at the beginning, that was my after picture. And I've been able to keep on that muscle and keep that strength up without having to work as hard, because I'm putting this good nutrition into my body. It's absolutely amazing. And there's hundreds and thousands of people and hundreds of thousands of people who have used Isagenix to help them. And here's just a few people here. But if you go, there's a whole bunch of pages on Facebook that are just geared toward testimonials about Isagenix. Just people happy of their results and posting their results. It's absolutely amazing. Each day there's new people. So what's the plan? How do we get started? Well, like I said, talk to the person who invited you to this webinar or in person, and they will get you started. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting on weekly seminars on the 6 topics we've discussed. So nutrition, exercise, mobility, positive mindset, the microbiome, as well as keeping your body clean from the inside out. Okay, we're going to be each week I'm going to be talking on a different thing, so that you get educated about living a healthy lifestyle is an ongoing process. So that's what we're doing. You can also download a free 16-week fitness and health planner at jdlifestyles.ca. Okay, it's a 16-week planner that you can use, and it talks about nutrition and exercise and toxicity, and it has sheets to fill out. It's awesome. So go check that out there and enroll in the IsaBody contest. Now this contest is a 16-week period contest that Isagenix puts on, and all you have to do to enter it and to be part of it and to complete it is to put in your before and your after pictures and write a small essay of 250 words about what you did in those 16 weeks. And for doing that, they give you a $200 coupon for free for product in Isagenix. And every 16 weeks, there's 16-week judging periods, they will reward 3 cash prizes of $5,000 and I believe 10 cash prizes of $1,000. But the grand prize winner of the whole year was $25,000 US, as well as trips, and like you can also win trips and there's draws for trips and a whole bunch of awesome stuff. So make sure you get enrolled in that as well. So next week, guys, in our first week on our program, we are going to be talking about nutrition for life. I'm also going to be doing a YouTube video as well that I will hopefully be able to live stream or place it on afterwards. So there's going to be that, and then make sure you enroll in the IsaBody contest. And I'm giving away free consultations for anybody who joins. So make sure you you go to my website to check out at jdlifestyles.ca to download your fitness manual, as well as if you want any questions or want a consultation, email me at jason@jdlifestyles.ca. So I hope to see you all on the challenge, and I will talk to you guys all soon and see you next week.